Gabby Bernstein is a motivational speaker, podcast host, and a New York Times bestselling author of 10 books. Her new book titled Self-Help, This Is Your Chance to Change Your Life, focuses on shifting what you think you know and manifesting the life you want. In today's California Thrive, I sat down with Gabby to learn all about recognizing patterns that are holding us back and how to break out of them. Gabby, it is so nice to have you here. Okay, so this book is very personal to you because, or it's really special, I should say, because you had a very personal experience with a certain type of therapy, right? So explain to us what that was.
Well, this is actually the most unique book I have because it's my 10th book, and it's the first one that I wrote that's not exactly my story so much. It's about an experience I had. And I had an experience of a therapy called internal family systems therapy.
Okay.
It's a therapy that really changed the course of my life, so much so that I decided to democratize it and demystify it and turn it into a self-help practice.
Oh, wow. Okay, so what exactly is that? It's IFS, right?
IFS is a therapy that's based on the premise that we have young aspects of ourselves, young parts of ourselves that have been around forever. And these parts of ourselves are very protective, and they create belief systems and patterns and ways of living that we all know. You know, those beliefs of I'm not good enough, or the pattern of overeating in the refrigerator. Everybody, we've all got these protection mechanisms. And oftentimes we judge those parts of ourselves. But in IFS, the work is about befriending those parts of ourselves and offering compassionate connection towards them so that they can experience a feeling of healing inside.
Okay, so that's the goal of kind of changing somebody. Why is it so hard for somebody to change?
We're really set in our ways. We're stuck in our patterns. We believe so deeply in these young experiences and protection mechanisms because they've been around forever. And so change feels impossible because we've created such a pattern of fear, such a pattern of protection. But it's not impossible. It's subtle shifts inside that can create that long-lasting change.
Give us some examples of some of those shifts that we can do. What are some things that we can say to ourselves when we start having those thoughts?
Well, there's a 4-step practice in the book.
Okay.
And so when you notice any thought or pattern that's really undesirable, a belief or a pattern or a thought that's undesirable, like I'm not good enough, or I went and went to binge in the refrigerator again, you see yourself checking out in these negative patterns. Instead of checking out, you can check in. And that's the first step. To choose to check inward and notice that part of yourself inside. And then the second step is to just offer that part of yourself some curiosity and start asking questions. You know, how long have you been around? Where do I feel that in my body? What do I know about this memory, this experience? How old is it? And get that curiosity going. And then the third step is to offer compassionate connection. And that compassionate connection is asking that part of yourself, what do you need? And the fourth step is just to witness the shift inside, to see the calmness come forward and see the connection and the compassion come forward.
I mean, I can definitely see with that, all 4 of those steps, you can start to change, right? You can have little baby steps of actually altering things.
That's the key. It's the subtle shifts inside that create the long-lasting change. We don't have to force ourselves to be something new. We don't have to push ourselves.
It's impossible to change overnight.
There's no way. These are patterns that have been with us for decades. So it's I'm prescribing it like this. 2 minutes a day, 4 steps. That's it. And if I look at somebody like, do you have 2 minutes a day? Everyone's going to say yes. So 4 steps, 2 minutes a day.
Put that phone down and don't scroll for 2 minutes.
Check in instead of check out.
Because
the phone is a way of checking out.
Instead, one thing you can do on your phone is the coaching app that you have.
That's right. And in fact, so I've got my Gabby coaching app, and it is the most amazing place if you want personal development, if you want me to be your coach in your pocket. And inside the coaching app, there's also 11 self-help check-ins, so I can guide you through the practice. Hundreds of meditations, workshops, little daily practices, like 2-minute dailies. And you open the app, you can pull an affirmation card every single day. I'll make sure to get it for you. And it's amazing. Like if you're looking for personal development and you don't know how to stay consistent in that practice, and you don't know how to do it on your own, I'll be your coach in your pocket.
You stay accountable. Gabby, that's incredible, because you're right. Like, a lot of people actually don't check in. They check in with everyone else. How you doing? How you feeling? What's up? But when do you actually ask yourself, like, how are you doing?
We never do.
We never do. Like, I mean, I'm crazy. Sometimes I'm like, how are you doing? Not good. No,
that's good though.
But that's where it ends. So I think that's where I need you to come in and help me out. So Gabby, thank you so much.
Thank you.